everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this oil painting time lapse. As you can see, I've painted yet another underwater scene because apparently I'm obsessed with painting them. Thank you for enabling my obsession by watching this video. I hope you enjoy the process.
Normally when I paint, I start with a panel or canvas that's already been primed with a few layers of gesso, and then I tone the surface with a neutral color. This time I started with a pencil sketch directly onto the wood.
This whole thing is going to be a process. Wish me luck. Not only is this an awkward angle, but there's also just a whole ton of light dancing all over. Try and get this to look right.
I used an acrylic matte medium as a fixative over the pencil sketch to prevent smudging, and also as a primer over the wood to protect it from the oils. After the matte medium dried, I used raw sienna to tone the surface and lay down the foundation of the painting. Then I went in with some titanium white to paint some of the light. About a week later, I returned to the painting and began the first color layer. A lot of people ask me, what's the point of doing the underpainting if you're just going to paint over it? For me, the underpainting allows me to establish the composition and basic values, so there's actually less problem solving in the color stage, and I'm less likely to make major mistakes which are very annoying to fix with a color layer compared to an underpainting at the very beginning. When it's time-lapsed, it looks like I just know what to do and where to put the right brush stroke and the right color, but in real time, there's a lot of hesitation, observing, thinking, color mixing. It's actually quite a slow process. I know the title says I finished it in 26 hours, which is an estimate, but that 26 hours was split up in many different sittings over the course of about 5 months. I had to wait for layers to dry before continuing, and I was also working on many other small paintings. So don't be deceived by this time lapse. It was actually a very slow process. At this point in the painting, I'm just building on the layers and the details. I know it looks like I'm painting over what I've done previously, but I'm actually working with semi-transparent layers for the most part and building on top of the foundation I already put down. I tend to build details slowly over time, and with oil paint, there are just certain effects that are only achievable through layering and glazing, and so this is how I prefer to work. So these weird sped up talking parts are actually me filming for Patreon. So if you'd like to see over 11 hours of this painting demonstrated in real time with palette footage and basically hang out with me while I explain everything as I paint, that's available on my Patreon. It's very easy for me to get completely consumed by painting the details, because it's honestly the most rewarding part of any painting for me. I'm often asked, how do I know when a painting is finished? And it's usually when I believe what I'm seeing, when the painting stops looking like a puzzle with missing pieces and I can see through the paint. That's when I feel okay letting go.
challenging part of this painting for me was painting these light beams that are coming from above, just scattered all throughout these different shapes, like the fingers and the fabric. There's a lot of tiny little gradients within here that are purple, pink, and blue, and just, you know, even a little bit of green in some spots, and just like having that balance and the soft blending was really exciting. I recently made a detailed archive on my website which shows all of the painting tutorials I currently have available. So if you're interested in that, you can find that at this link. Thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you a beautiful day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye everyone.